Okay, I just thought I'd let you in on an autistic person's view of the world. Seeing as how it's Autism Awareness Month, and I am autistic, I will let you all know. Well, for starters, most social, I guess, kind of speed bumps or barriers don't make sense to me. You know what I mean? It's like, for example, why would you stay with a man who beats you? And it's like, like impersonating something, like saying you did something that, like getting mad at somebody for you know, impersonating a soldier. I've seen a lot of these stolen valor videos, and it's like, if I were in the military, I'd regard it as a compliment. Because it's like, imitation is the greatest sense of flattery. It's like, they want to be me. I think that would be awesome. Also, as far as the military goes, it's like, if you're in a war or anywhere else and a child is trying to kill you, I don't understand the aversion, why you'd feel guilty about killing that said child. Because, I mean, it doesn't matter what age it is. It was trying to kill you. Simple. He or she was trying to kill you. Simple as that. And you prevented them from killing you by killing them. And, it's like, it's like, and, also, I don't form, I guess, regular social relationships, because it's like, in school, in elementary school, I was forced to socialize. Like, on game day, I was forced to play games with people. I would rather just sit alone and draw. Because, you see, I often prefer to be alone most of the time, Now, I will go out and interact, but it's like, socialization, it's like, whatever. And, another thing that doesn't make sense to me is body language. It's like people say, I had a woman tell me one time that, she could tell I was getting angry because apparently this is a sign of anger. Crossing your arms. I told her, ma'am, I am autistic. I don't have time for body language. That's something stupid that you neurotypicals do. And, it's like, there's a lot of other stupid things that I have to deal with. Like, I also, have a thing, like, I survived elementary school, and as far as, like, there's often, like, no real fear of danger. It's like, I remember being in court for assaulting someone who was trying to mess with me, and, I was going to tell the judge, fuck probation, give me a jail sentence, see what I care. Because I didn't, you know what I mean? I, didn't tell the judge that because the case was dismissed and I got to go home. But, it's just, I had been through I'd been through elementary school, and it's like I'd been messed with there, and it was just sheer hell. Jail didn't really scare me that much. I don't want to go to jail. I prefer to be, alone and in my room, but it's like, it just didn't really concern me because I'd been through this before. That being said, is, another thing that doesn't make sense to me is ageism. It's like, that you think that just because I've had people in arguments, people say, I'm old enough to be your father, and all that crap. And I'm like, what does it matter? If I'm more intelligent than you, I'm more intelligent than you. It doesn't matter what age. And it's just really difficult, you know. And however, I've also developed a great sense of, I guess, discipline, because I have very strong self-control. I know I'm wearing a orange sweatshirt right in front of you, but if I was, some people say I'm impulsive, but if I was half as impulsive as they say I am, I would be in a very different set. I would be in a set of orange clothes, and I would be behind a piece of glass, talking to you via a phone. And it's just, you know, I have had a lot of difficulties throughout my life, and it's just, I realize that, you know, social rules are just, a lot of them are just stupid and backward. And also, trying to navigate people is very hard, because you're constantly working to understand them. They are often dishonest and backstabbing. I've learned that. And I guess I just never really got it. And eventually I stopped trying. I just am not going to try to understand normal people. It's just not going to work. I have had a lot of trouble throughout my life. Like, for example, there are a few things about me that seem weird, like, you know, I am not grossed out by a lot of things that normal people are. In fact, they often fascinate me. But what's interesting is that I discovered I wasn't alone. It's like I like watching videos of pimples being popped. I love Dr. Pimple Popper, by the way. I like videos of calluses being removed. And if that makes me weird, then so be it. And also, one of the things that really troubles me is that a lot of people think that just because you're autistic means you'll get along with other autistic people. That's often not the case. Autistic people, I found, I don't like most of them. I often say, I love autistic people far away from me. I mean, I've met, like, throughout my life, I mean, I've been to group therapy for autistic people. I've only met one autistic person that I liked, and that was it. And it's just, group therapy is just one of the stupidest things you could do with autistic people, because it's like trying to herd cats. But what's really interesting is that I did find that I did love bipolar people. I haven't met too many bipolar people that I didn't like. I love them. They're awesome. And, it's just, I've come to view a lot of neurotypicals as just weak, you know? It's like, what are you complaining about? It's like, I remember having this one kid who bullied me in school, and he was obsessed with me. He made fun of me every chance he got. I mean, at his lunch table, all he would do was talk about me, you know? And, one day he shit himself on the bus, and the whole class was what's cool is that we got to reverse roles. I was making fun of him, and I led the whole class in making fun of him. And the teacher wasn't there, and he just broke down sobbing. It was hilarious. And I thought to myself, what a little madlet, you know? But that was in elementary school. And, by the way, I particularly enjoy watching my enemies suffer. It's wonderful. And I have since learned to navigate and regulate myself. It's quite interesting, really. Um, Dealing with, things like socially unacceptable things like scratching in public and all that crap, it just seems really stupid, and I do it anyway. Because I've learned that people won't accept me, and they never will. And, it's just, I have since, it's like a lot of people tell me stuff, like about my future and all that, like how I'm going to feel and all that stuff when this happens or when that happens or when I get to a certain age. Most of the time, or when everybody tells me that sort of thing, I usually find out that when I reach that point, I usually find out that I was completely right. And, it's just, you know, and one of the worst things that people can do to get on my nerves is act like they know me better than I know myself. And, it's just, really stupid. It's, but I can feel compassion. Sometimes. It's like either I feel it or I don't, and I have felt bad about not feeling bad, if that makes any sense. I, like, like when my dad died and when my dog died, I didn't feel bad. I felt bad about not feeling bad. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me, And, I just had to deal with it. It's, not easy by any means, and, anyway, I think that's enough for now. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And happy Autism Awareness Month. Be good, y'all.